is Channel 6 News. I'm Jeannie Lurchin with a look at what's happening in and around the Tri-Community area. But before we begin, I'd like to introduce Paul Henneke, who will be filling in for Richard with Bulldog Sports. Paul, welcome.
Hi, thank you. It feels good to be here, and I'm excited to be filling in for the rest of the summer.
Good. Well, we'll be looking forward to working with you. The Washington Township Board made a ruling last week regarding the proposed Mayfair PUD development, scheduled to go in at 32 Mile and the bypass. The board voted 5-2 to reject this development. Supervisor O'Leary presented a lengthy breakdown of his objections to this project prior to the vote.
Gentlemen, I can't say this enough. I don't want you to think we don't want you here. We want you here. We need you here. And something great's going to get built there. We need you to think about the concerns we raised and help us make this something wonderful for you and great for the township.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, this board appreciates the concept of the amenities that you brought before us, understands the value of it, and are open-minded on that. And we just need you guys to think about the concerns we raised. And as you think about how you're going forward, please take those into consideration. We want you here.
Mr. O'Leary had some words for the project stakeholders.
At the July 8th Washington Township Board of Trustees meetings, we voted down the Mayfair planned unit development. We voted it down not because some of its amenities weren't welcomed by the township. It had the possibility of having an urgent care facility, medical offices, senior living, and eventually maybe even a hospital. And those are all wonderful things we would very much welcome into the community. We voted it down instead, not because of those things, but because it had a lot of other things associated with it that came along with it in this planned unit development that were not good for the community. It did not have the appropriate planning, would have had a negative impact on roads, negative impact on sewers, negative impact on schools, all of these things not having been well thought through. And the reason is it was tied to so many other things, a large commercial component, a large residential component, 1,400 units, plus mother-in-law units and senior living. And all of that buckled together would have been damaging to the community as it was presented. We're hopeful that now that we've put an end to Mayfair as it stood, that the owners and option holders will go back to the drawing board and bring us something that has the beautiful amenities that we want and doesn't have a lot of the negative things associated with the things we did not want. So again, we're glad to have Mayfair behind us, but we're hopeful that something good will come out of this in the future that will benefit both the owners and the community. Thank you.
In Bruce Township, the assessor's office is slated to start conducting a reappraisal of all properties in the township, as well as in the northern portion of Romeo. During the next year, an appraiser will knock on your door to verify interior information and take a photo of your property. All residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, and developmental is included in this review. If you have any questions, call the assessor's office at 586-752-4585, extension pound 123 or pound 124. Westview Orchards and Cider Mill recently sponsored the first Grandma Kay's 5K Run Walk. The leader dogs for the blind were also on hand with their adorable puppies, getting ready to be trained as leader dogs. The winner of the 5K Romeo race was Romeo's track coach. Last weekend, Starkweather Art Center presented an automotive-inspired art show. Not only did they have revved-up art on the walls, they had a block party in the village park. A local band entertained, but because of the early morning rain, not too many cars were available for the show. But it was a good time, and those that attended enjoyed a day in the historical village of Romeo. Well, you know it's July when the merchants in the village open their doors for the annual Sidewalk Sale and Street Festival, coming up July 17th and 18th. Festivities will include shopping, dining, and kids events, including the annual Kid-to-Kid sale in the village park. The times will be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. both days. Contact Connie Connolly at 752-2537 for further information, or go to the DDA's website at www.romeodda.org. It should be a fun event for all. If you're looking for a more serene activity, head on over to Wolcott Mill for the 7th Annual Lavender Festival presented by Gabriel's Garden of Romeo. There will be lavender workshops, a farmer's market, food, music, crafts, and more. For a more complete list of events, check the website and phone number on your screen. The Friends of the Octagon House will host a Bluegrass Festival on Saturday, July 25th at the Octagon House. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the show begins at 7. Tickets are only $10. Call Susie at 586-739-6184 for more information or tickets. Starkweather Art Center has a new director, Tara Klein. We caught up with her and gave her a chance to introduce herself to the community.
Thanks, Jeannie. Yeah, I'm really excited about coming here to Starkweather Art Center. I've been in the area in Arlington, Michigan for quite a while, ever since I was born, and went to Michigan State for my BFA in painting and graphic design. Been in the art community for a while. Moved to Chicago, experienced the big city world, and I'm happy to be back here in Romeo and put my touch on this place and get started.
And be sure to mark August 8th on your calendar for Starkweather's 6th Annual Moonflowers and Music Taste Fest and Art Show. This event is always a downtown highlight that features musical entertainment, great food, good company, art exhibitions, and boutiques. The time is 6 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $20 and can be obtained by calling Starkweathers at 586-752-5700. There is a new hot spot in Washington Township. Here is Channel 6 entertainment reporter Mark Evans.
All right, well, thank you, Jeannie. Hey, you know what? I think we just found the really new hot spot here in not only Washington Township, but all of Macomb County. I was up here last night, had a chance to talk to some of the VIPs, a lot of the Macomb County bigwigs, and they just love this place. There's a couple of people that are responsible. They're going to tell us a little bit about what this is here at Santino's. With me is Karen. She is the Director of Marketing.
Hi.
Hi, Karen. And this is Deanna. She is the Executive Director.
How are you? Very nice to see you.
All right, we're going to start with Karen because I had a chance to talk to Karen last night. First of all, let's talk about what is Santino's.
Santino's is a new, exciting concept here in the northern Macomb County. It actually encompasses 3 different thought processes. We have the outdoor sports bar.
Yep.
All the garage doors roll open 365 days a year. You're going to be able to kind of have that whole outside feel. Very unique. No place in Michigan has that type of feel 365 days a year.
So you have heaters there when the wall opens,
Heaters,
snow's coming down.
Completely room temperature. It's going to be outside. It's going to be snowing outside. You're going to be sitting in there watching the game, having a burger. It's going to be fabulous.
Let me think, Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, this is the place to be. Absolutely.
Okay. Now the sports bar is one part, and then you have a martini bar?
Yep, we have the martini bar, a little bit higher end. This is going to be our jazz, our blues. This is where you're going to want to go. You want to impress a date. This is going to be the place to be. Very relaxed, very high end, but more jazz blues. You know, there's no place really good here in northern Macomb County to go and listen to a great jazz blues band.
Except House of Blues in Chicago or Vegas.
That's exactly it. This is our new local hotspot for all of the jazz and blues.
Okay, now there's a third thing, and that's what we're standing in right now. This is the restaurant.
This is our fine Italian dining, and as you can see why we're so excited. Very intimate. This is going to be the place where you say, you know what, honey, this is our anniversary. We want to go someplace nice. This is where it's going to be. Because again, where does someone go in northern Macomb County to have fine Italian dining?
I can't think of anywhere.
This is the place.
So now we know. Now we know the place.
Now you know exactly where to come.
Okay, and one thing before we jump over to Deanna, and that was you mentioned too, you have a service for people that overindulge.
This is what we're most excited about. You know, nowadays you don't want even one drink, and you get behind the wheel is too many. We do not want anybody drinking and driving. We have a free shuttle service to all of our locals, and you know what? Maybe even if you have 3 or 4 that's not so local, we're still going to drive you home. We want all of our customers here to be safe. Come out, have a good time. Don't get behind the wheel. We will take you home completely complimentary of Santino's.
Okay, Deanna, your role in all of this?
I am the executive director.
Okay.
So we've been planning this for about the last 2 years, and it's, to see it come to fruition is amazing. We're so excited to be here. We are just so happy that the community has embraced us. We're happy to be able to satisfy different genres, different